All right, we have started streaming. Okay. Yeah, it looks like it because Rock Springs isn't even out yet, so. Yeah, yep. I'll be listening. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium here in Rock Springs. Just a few minutes away from getting things started between the Tigers and the Thunderbirds. Third-ranked T-Birds are out on the field, waiting for Rock Springs to get out there and do the national anthem, and we should be good to go here. Kickoff is set for 6 p.m. here at Tiger Stadium.
Welcome to Tiger Stadium for tonight's matchup between the
Holy cow.
Thunderbirds
Holy.
and your Rock Springs Tigers.
Jeez Louise. Holy. Holy PA system. My goodness. East and Rock Springs, they're lighting up. We are getting ready for the national anthem. So when we come back, we'll have your starting lineups and opening kick after this. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. All right. $55, perfect timing. All right, I'll be listening. Yeah, the PA guy caught me off guard. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Springs Tiger Stadium. Keith Kelly here with you. We are about ready for the opening kick between Rock Springs and East. East will be kicking off from left to right. We'll run down their defensive starters here in just a bit. As the clock winds down, Rock Springs will get the opening kick. At defensive end, a 6'3", 167-pound sophomore. That is Jarrett Taylor getting the start. Inside, a 5'11", 205-pound senior, Brendan Dicing. Brendan Deasing, and a 5'8", 174-pound senior Luis Carlos. At the other defensive end, a 6'1", 175-pound senior Zach Valerio. Linebackers, these guys are goods. 5'9", 176-pound senior Landon Eldridge, 5'10", 198-pound senior Zach Alexander, and a 5'9", 183-pound senior Tegan Freeman. We will run down the rest of the defense here in just a minute. Damon Longfellow and Favor O'Keer are back deep to receive, and we are just about underway with a strong win behind him. Dakota Merritt drills it through the end zone for a touchback, and it will be first and 10 for the Tigers at their own 20-yard line as they open up the possession. This is 97.5 FM and AM 1240 KFBC, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Keith Kelly here with you at Tiger Stadium in Rock Springs. Your cornerbacks for East, 5'11", 156-pound junior Ox Schroeder and a 6'2", 172-pound junior Cole Michaeli. Safeties, a 6'2", 161-pound junior Chance Allmiller and a 5'7", 145-pound senior Robert Lukow. That tight formation you see with Rock Springs. Quarterback under center. As the handoff goes up the middle, I believe that is Coleman Welsh taking it right up the gut, handed it off from Justice Reese, and 5-yard gain for Coleman Welsh on the first carry of the game. Second down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball at their own 25-yard line. Justice Reese under center. One back behind him, Welsh in motion. Give it to him again. He's going to try the left side, and he is going to be brought down right near the 28, 29-yard line. So 3 more yards of Zach Alexander getting in there, and this is what Rock Springs wants to do. They want to pound it right up the middle and chew up clock for an up-tempo East offense. So 3rd and 2 for Rock Springs as the center, Blake Harrison, the sophomore, comes up to the line. Reese under center. One back behind him. Welsh in motion, and they're going to go to Welsh once again, and filling up the hole and getting across the 30-yard line up to the 32, maybe the 33 is Coleman Welsh. Another gain of 5 as Zach Alexander brings him down, and that's a first down for the Tigers. First and 10 at their own 33. Rock Springs in the all-black uniforms with orange numbers and orange helmets. East in the white tops, black on the shoulders, black pants, white helmets. Behind the quarterback, Justice Reese, I believe, is Nick Fagel. And he will take the ball right up the gut. Not a lot of room. Nope, that's Lewis Atkinson. Spins array, and he will get up close to the 35. He'll be just short for Lewis Atkinson. Officially a yard for Atkinson on the carry as they try and mix things up. Give him 2. They give him the 35. I didn't see that, but second down and 8 coming up for the Tigers. 10 minutes to play here in the first quarter. No score on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Ball right at the 35-yard line for Rock Springs. Atkinson is behind Reese. Give it to Welsh. Welsh has got a majority of this. He'll cross the 40, tripped up at the 42, pickup of 6 yards. Actually, they'll mark him at the 41. So a gain of 6 for Coleman Welsh and bring up another 3rd and short. 3rd and 2 for Rock Springs. See if the Thunderbirds can get a stop here. This time they split backs. Atkinson there. Man in motion is O'Keer. Favor O'Keer will take the handoff. He'll have the first down. Spun down at the 44. So a pickup of 3 for Favor O'Keer. And a first down for Rock Springs at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock stops while they move the chains. 9:10 to play in the first quarter. Clock now running. First possession of the game. I think it was East, one of the last time it was in Rock Springs. Rock Springs took nearly the entire first quarter clock and drove down the field. Reese, man in motion. They're going to pitch it out to Brendan Jasmine, and he will cut up and have a yard up to the 45-yard line for Brendan Jasmine. Rock Springs has 2 running backs over 200 yards rushing, 2 more near 200 yards as they really try to spread things out. 2nd and 9 for the Tigers. Justice Reese under center. Man in motion. That's O'Keer. Takes it right up the gut. He's got a big gain up to midfield. Favor O'Keer for 6 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Tigers right at midfield.
Tackle made by number 22, Robert Luckow.
Robert Luckow with the stop for East. 3rd and 4. They've got to get to the T-Bird 46, but this is 4-down territory definitely for Rock Springs. We are under 8 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Lewis Atkinson back in there running back. Man in motion. Handed off right up the right side. It'll be right at the sticks, and I believe he's going to get across the 46. That will be a 1st down for Rock Springs, the running back. I have no idea. Landon Toth. Okay, Landon Toth. Got 5 yards on the carry. So it's 1st and 10 after the 5-yard gain for Landon Toth. Tigers just driving down the field. Man in motion. They're going to run the inside handoff to Toth again, and he'll be pulled back after a gain of 2. Zach Alexander in there, Robert Luckow as well.
2 yards, it'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Just a couple yards for Toth. 2nd down and 8, clock at 7 minutes. Rock Springs has held on to it for 5 minutes so far in the first quarter. We have no score. It makes them such a dangerous team because they can get 3, 4, 5 yards on average. Lewis Atkinson back in there. Jasmine lined up along the line, man in motion. That is O'Keer. O'Keer right up the gut. Big hole. He crosses the 40. Brought down at the 39-yard line. So 4 yards for Favor O'Keer. As the Tigers continue to march on down his 3rd carry.
3rd and 4 at the 39
3rd and 4 again. And if Rock Springs can keep it there at those 3rd and 4s, they're going to be a tough peep. They've had the ball for half of this first quarter, and there's no score. T-Birds have got to sell out at some point. Atkinson right behind the quarterback, Justice Reese. O'Keer in motion, handed off to O'Keer. O'Keer will fight forward, and he'll get to the 32. Just a couple for O'Keer, and it'll bring up a 4th down situation for Rock Springs.
O'Keer again on the carry.
And
not enough for the 1st down.
They'll have a little less than 2, about 1.5 yards to go for the 1st down. And definitely head coach David Hastings going to go for this. 4th and 2 for the Tigers. 5.5 minutes to play here in this fast-moving first quarter. Reese under center. Welsh in motion to the backfield. Handed off to Coleman Welsh. He'll have the 1st down across the 30 now to the 29-yard line. Coleman Welsh rumbles his way down the field for 8. And the big fella, his 5th carry for 27 yards unofficially. Clock will stop with 5:23. Now we'll move here in this first quarter. Ball at the 29-yard line of the Thunderbirds. 1st and 10 Tigers. Atkinson in the backfield, Welsh on the wing, Reese under center, and it's Coleman Welsh in motion. He'll take the handoff again. They've run that play about 5 or 6 times with Coleman Welsh, and he'll be dropped at the 25 for a gain of 4 for Coleman Welsh, as he is over 200 yards rushing for the season now. 2nd down and 5 for the Tigers. Ball just inside the 25-yard line. 4.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard, there is no score. Reese under center. Welsh, why not? He'll take the handoff again. He stood up and gets around the tackle of Zach Valerio and will carry the T-Bird defense up to the 21 Pickup of 3 for Coleman Welsh.
Welsh picks up 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Check that, 4 yards for Welsh. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Tigers, as we'll be under 4 minutes to play in this first quarter. They've got to get to the 19-yard line on 3rd and 2, so they've got 2 downs to pick this up, going into the teeth of this gusty wind here in Rock Springs. Atkinson in the backfield, close to Reese. Coleman Welsh, why not? Hand it off to him again. He'll have the first down, lowers the shoulder up to the 17-yard line, maybe the 16. 4 or 5 yards for Coleman Welsh. He is slow to get up, but it's a first down. Clock stops with 3:32 left to play here in the first quarter. 4 yards for Coleman Welsh. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. 1st and 10 Tigers. The drive started at their own 20. They are looking to just chew up this clock and take it into the end zone. Favor O'Keefe. Now we'll take the handoff from Justice Reese off the left side. They have found a weakness as O'Keefe gets it up to the 10-yard line. Big gain for Favor O'Keefe of 7. 2nd down and short.
Favor O'Keefe.
He's up over 20 yards rushing. Everything has been on the ground. Rock Springs has taken over 9 minutes off the first quarter clock. And you talk about contrast of styles. This is exactly what it is. 2nd down and 3 for the Tigers. O'Keefe on the right side. He's in motion. He'll take the handoff. The same play inside the 10, inside the 5. That is a touchdown. Tigers. Favor O'Keefe from 10 yards out. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. A 10-yard run, and the Tigers are on the board here to 6-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Extra point to come for Rock Springs as they line up. They like to go for 2 a lot, and they will do that, just that. Tigers will line up to go for 2. Man in motion is O'Keefe. He'll take the handoff, and he will be into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good for the Tigers, and with 2:31 left to play in the first quarter, it is Rock Springs 8, East nothing. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Wow. He hurt his shoulder, okay. Okay. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Springs, and it's the Tigers who went 9.5 minutes with the football, and a 10-yard touchdown run by Favor O'Keefe and a 2-point conversion also by O'Keefe has given them an 8-0 lead up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard before East can even get the football. On to kick for Rock Springs as they line up. I believe Colin Madsen back deep to receive for the Thunderbirds. Ox Schroeder and Robert Lukow. Kicking into that win, East could get decent field position. Madsen, high end over end kick that is going to take Schroeder inside his own 10. Schroeder coming up across the 15 at the 20, and he might get back to the 20-yard line. That is it for Ox Schroeder. 1st and 10 T-Birds right there at their own 20-yard line. And some tough news for Rock Springs. Coleman Welsh getting his left shoulder wrapped up. We mentioned he got up slowly. His left shoulder getting wrapped up. He had 39 yards, nearly half of Rock Springs' total yardage in that first drive that went 80 yards. So Graydon Buell out there, the former Rock Springs Tiger, and East probably speed it up here, trailing 8-0. Handed off to Anderton, tries to cut back. Christian Anderton for a yard. That is it on his first carry of the game. Christian Anderton came in with 536 yards rushing on the season. It'll be 2nd down and 9 as the Thunderbirds will go no huddle. Shotgun for Buell. 2 wide receivers to the left side. Man in motion. They're going to fake the fly sweep right up the gut with Anderton, and he is stuffed. No gain for Christian Anderton as they fake the fly sweep to Dakota Merritt, and it'll be 3rd and long. 3rd and 9 for the Thunderbirds here.
Brandon Dreschner in on the tackle.
All at their own 21, and Rock Springs took 9.5 minutes off. East might not even take a minute. They're going to roll Buell out. Buell looking near side. He's got a man there, and it is caught, then dropped. Allmiller had it and dropped it right at the sticks, and it'll be incomplete, and that'll be a 3 and out for the Thunderbirds. And like I said, Rock Springs had it for 9.5 minutes. East had it for 1. And it is 8-0 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Dakota Merritt will be on to punt, and back deep to receive, Levi Huffman. He's got the sun in his eyes, trying to shield that. Dakota Merritt, good punter. He's got a strong wind at his back. He's at his own 10. Huffman back at his own 30-yard line. Merritt, end over end kick, angle it away from Huffman, takes a T-bird bounce, and it will go out of bounds inside the 20-yard line at the 18, where it'll be 1st and 10 Rock Springs at their own 18-yard line. Nope, they're going to come up at the, are they just taking a stroll here? Where's it going? At the 25. All right. 1st and 10 Rock Springs at their own 25-yard line with 1:22 to go here in this first quarter. 8-0 Tigers lead up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. So here comes Justice Reese. Tigers, last time I saw them in the game at Risky Field in Cheyenne at Central, the overtime win for the Tigers. They played 2 quarterbacks, Seth Hymas, the other one. Colton Welsh got his pads back on after getting wrapped up. Handed off to O'Keer. O'Keer left side, not a ton. He gets 3 up to the 28. Far side officials got him at the 29. 3 yards, though, for Favor O'Keer. Brings up 2nd down and 7 as we approach 1 minute to play here in this first quarter. Reese gets the call from the sideline. Second down. O'Keer in motion. And he'll take the handoff again, trying to get it off left side, and does as he crosses the 30, and he's spun down at the 33. 4 more yards for Favor O'Keer, and brings up a 3rd and short for Rock Springs. And that might have been the last play of this very fast-moving first quarter. Will the Tigers try and get one more play off? They're at 15 seconds right now. They're in no hurry. Down under 10 seconds, and no, they won't even get a playoff, as David Hastings says. Let's talk this over, and we'll have the wind at our back as the clock winds down, and that is the end of the first quarter with Rock Springs leading East. It is 8-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 60-second break. You're listening to high school football, the prep game of the week here on KFBC. Wow. coming back pretty quick, and it's Landon Toth getting the first down as he is finally dropped right near the 40-yard line. So a 7-yard pickup for Toth on the left hash. It was 3rd and 2 at the 33. Toth goes for 7. And right now, East is having all sorts of problems with this Rock Springs rushing attack. 1st and 10 at their own 40 for Rock Springs. Toth stays in the game. He's in motion, handed off to him, this time trying the right side, and he gets a couple yards up to the 42. That's it for Landon Toth. Landon Eldridge with the tackle for the Thunderbirds. 2nd down and 8. T-Birds are going to have to, I mean, at some point, just try and sell out here to stop this run, because the Tigers have not been slowed down yet. Everything's been on the ground. Started this drive at their own 25, 2nd and 8. Justice Reese, still the quarterback. Toth takes it, tries to cut it back, and he is absolutely leveled. Zach Alexander with a huge hit on Landon Toth. 3rd and 7 now from their own 43 for the Tigers, and this is where you want them. Force them to think about a pass. 8-0, Tigers lead. Ball at their own 43-yard line. Atkinson and Toth out on the field, and flags fly. And I believe they got the Thunderbirds to move, so instead of 3rd and 7, it's now 3rd and 2, or yeah, 5-yard penalty on the Thunderbirds, and we saw a ton of penalties last week in the game with Central. And instead of 3rd and 7, now it's 3rd, and that's exactly what Rock Springs wants, 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2.
At their own 48-yard line for Rock Springs. Clock under 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Justice Reese under center. Can the T-Birds get a stop? And in motion, pitch it back. Cutting back up the field, it'll be a 1st down. The running back is Blaine Richards. He'll have the 1st down at the 48-yard line, so a pickup of 4 yards for Richards. And a 1st down. East just can't stop this rushing attack right now. East came into the game 7th in the state in stopping the run, averaging giving up 175 yards. 8-0 Tigers lead. 1st and 10 at the T-Bird 48-yard line. Toth will take the hand up. Nope, inside handoff, and the T-Birds defended it fairly well. Pickup of 3 on the carry for Lewis Atkinson. Just his 2nd carry of the game. 2nd down and 7 for Rock Springs at the T-Bird 45. Bit of a wind at their back. The wind is starting to die down considerably. It's a little breezy, but not near as strong. Ball right there in the middle of the field. Reese under center for the Tigers on 2nd and 7. Pitch it back. Trying to get to the outside. Now cutting it back is Jasmine, and he's hit hard by Zach Alexander again. Brendan Jasmine for 2.
Brendan Jasmine.
Bring up a 3rd and 5 for Rock Springs at the East 43-yard line. There is 8:20 left to play in the 2nd quarter, and Rock Springs leading 8-0. So 3rd down and 5. Justice Reese goes under center. Toth on a wing left side. He is in motion. Looked like the Tigers moved early, and flags will fly. So Rock Springs will be pushed back 5 yards. So it is 3rd and 10 now, back at the 48-yard line. Clock will be stuck right at 8 minutes. Now it will wind.
At the 48-yard line.
Right side of that Rock Springs line. Now it will be interesting to see if the Tigers air it out. Reese under center, trying to get more movement. I don't know. East didn't cross into the neutral zone. This might be against Rock Springs again. So Rock Springs getting in their own way right now. Their second penalty to make it 3rd and 15. Ball back at the East 47, excuse me, the Rock Springs 47. So it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Tigers. Blaine Richards checking in. And Brendan Jasmine will come out. Tigers taking a long time here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 15. Play clock is winding down. Richards in motion. He'll take the handoff, trying to go to the left side, cuts it back, spins, and not a lot there as he gets a couple to the 49 for Blaine Richards. 4th and long, 4th and 13 for Rock Springs. They don't punt it a lot, but I believe at 4th and 13 at midfield. Justice Reese comes out there. Favor O'Keefe also out there. East a little leery. Strong wind at their back, and Justice Reese is going to come out, and they'll go under center. And at 4th and 13, unless they look like they're going to go for it here. Pitch it back to O'Keefe. Nope, he is going to punt it away, and it's off the side of his foot. End-over-end kick, and it's going to take a huge East bounce and be touched right there at the 34-yard line. So that is a 17-yard punt for the Tigers, and it'll be 1st and 10 T-Birds at their own 34-yard line. So East gets a stop, their second possession of the game. They've run 3 plays, and we are midway through this second quarter. T-Birds down 8-0, 6:27 to play second quarter up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. This Rock Springs defense has been pretty good this year. 4th in total defense. They're only giving up about 17 points a game. Buell in the shotgun, looking to pass. Buell out in the flat. He's got Eldridge there. Eldridge cuts it back up across the 40. Eldridge across the 45, and a flag comes in right at the point of contact at the 46-yard line. So a pickup of 12 to Landon Eldridge as the pass complete by Graydon Buell. We'll get a call on the flag.
Flag, 5-yard penalty.
So an incidental face mask on Rock Springs will give it 5 more yards. As Eldridge makes the grab, 5-yard penalty puts it into Rock Springs territory at the 49. Handed off to Anderton, makes a cut back, almost lost the handle. Forward progress up to the 46 for Anderton.
Maybe number 1.
3 yards for Christian Anderton. As East wants to go quickly, 2nd down and 7 at the 46-yard line of the Tigers. Shotgun for Buell, 2 wide receivers to the left side. Buell looking to pass, fakes it out in the flat. Now he'll just throw it to Lukow. Lukow up the field across the 45 to the 44. Just a couple yards for Robert Lukow on a quick hitter. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 4. For East. Shotgun with Anderton to the left of Graydon Buell. 2 receivers to that right side. Handed off to Anderton, bounces it out to the outside. Still going out to the outside. He'll have the 1st down as he crosses the 40. They'll bring him down at the 36-yard line for Christian Anderton. A pickup of 8 yards for Anderton, but more importantly, a 1st down and a 3rd down conversion for the Thunderbirds. Clock stops with 5:11. Now we'll roll here to go in the second quarter, and a timeout going to be taken on the field. With 5:08 left to play here in the second quarter, it is Rock Springs leading East 8-0 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.
For over 50 years, family-owned and operated Cooley Oil has been proud to provide the area with competitively priced Chevron and Quaker State fuels and lubricants. We're also proud to support the area's youth work people and their families. Cooley Oil makes doing business fast and easy with locations in Cheyenne, Laramie, Casper, and Erie, Nebraska. Find out more by visiting us at CooleyOil.com or call 307-632-7616. Kids, sports, and Cooley Oil, a great combination.
That timeout was taken by Rock Springs. 1st and 10 T-Birds. Ball at the Rock Springs 36-yard line. 3 wide to the left side. Pitch it out. It goes to Anderton trying to get to the edge, and he is going to be drugged down. A flag comes in late after a gain of 1 for Anderton. I believe we're going to have a hold on the Thunderbirds. Yep.
White, 10-yard penalty, spotting foul, first down.
Stays first down after a 10-yard holding penalty on East, their second penalty of the evening. We'll put it back at the 45. They have to get up to the 26. So 1st and 19, 1st and 18, right between the 45 and 44. Fake the handoff. Buell going to roll out to the right side, being chased by Atkinson. Throws against his body. Had a man there. Ball's going to be incomplete. Intended for Michaeli. Second down and long for the Thunderbirds. Clock stop. 4:56 to play here in this first half. Second down coming up. Ball at the Rock Springs 44. Second and long. 2nd and 18. Buell in the shotgun, handed off to Anderton. Anderton breaking 1 tackle. He's across the 40 before he stood up at the 39. Gain of 5 for Christian Anderton. 3rd down and long for the T-Birds. 3rd and 13.
At the 39-yard line.
And they're probably in a situation where if they get about half of this, they'll go for it on 4th down. 4 wide receivers. Ball right in the middle of the field. Buell fakes the handoff. Buell looking deep. Now he's just going to tuck it under, thinking about running. Oh, what a pass. It is complete to Tanner Muchmore, and he is drilled out of bounds just over the head of the defensive back, which was Chase Petty. The completion from the 39 down to the 13 of 26 yards to Tanner Muchmore. And here comes East down the field. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line, so a gain of 22. Fake the handoff. Buell looking to pass. He's got a man, and it is going to fall incomplete.
Pass ruled incomplete.
So, I thought it was at the 13. I apologize. It was at the 17-yard line, so a gain of 22 yards to Tanner Muchmore. East quickly up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for the Thunderbirds. Shotgun for Buell. Fake the handoff. Buell being flushed out of the pocket. Buell got to get rid of it. Buell throws it right at the feet of Eldridge. It'll fall incomplete.
Number 8, incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 at the
It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Thunderbirds. Ball at the 17 of Rock Springs. Clock stop, 4:03 to play here in the first. Anderton to the right of Buell. And they're going to put the ball back a little bit. So third down, Buell rolling out. He's being pressured. Got to get rid of it. He's got a man wide open. It is caught by Muchmore out of bounds as Buell was hit hard. Out of bounds at the 10. It's a gain of 7 on the play to Muchmore. It'll bring fourth down up as Muchmore makes his second grab.
It'll be 4th and 2.
4th and a couple. Ball on the right hash, a long ways away. Buell, shotgun. Anderton to his left, 2 wide receivers. Man in motion, fake the fly sweep. Buell going to keep it himself, cuts it back, and I don't know. Now the second push is going to give him a first down. It looks like up to the 7. Yep, a 3-yard gain for Buell up to the 7. His first carry. It'll be first and goal for the Thunderbirds. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, we are way up here and a long ways away. But it's a good view as well. Clock will run. First down and goal. Anderton takes the handoff, breaks a tackle, will cut it back up and get up to the 6-yard line before he's driven back. A gain of 1 for Anderton. Levi Huffman with the stop. Wanting the clock to start.
We didn't hear that.
Second and goal at the 6. Clock is still staying put. I think they want. So they want to have 10 seconds run off the clock because the clock did not start. So 3:32. So now we're set. Clock will wind. Second and goal at the 6, and now timeout going to be taken by Rock Springs. Just a lot of confusion going on right now. Clock stops with 3:28 left to play in the first half. Rock Springs leading East 8-0. Second and goal for the Thunderbirds coming up. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium here in Rock Springs. Keith Kelly with you. The East Thunderbirds have a second and goal from the 6-yard line. As they took over at their own 34 after a short punt by Rock Springs. Graydon Buell with 3:22 left to play in the second quarter, down 8-6 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. The 6-yard completion to Chance Allmiller gets East on the board. The 12th passing touchdown of the season for Buell. Allmiller, his 4th TD reception of the season, and East will kick the extra point. Dakota Merritt, the hold by Buell. It's a good snap, hold down. The kick is up into the wind, and it is good. And with 3:22 remaining here in the second quarter, it's Rock Springs 8, East 7 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Holy cow. Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Springs, Tiger Stadium. Good one here. late in the second quarter, just 3:22 left to play in the second quarter. Rock Springs leading third-ranked East 8-7. Difference in the game, a 2-point conversion. Rock Springs scored on their first drive. Each team's had just 2 possessions. Each team scoring on one of their 2 possessions. East just getting on the board on a touchdown pass from Graydon Buell to Chance Allmiller. Sophomore to junior. O'Keer and Longfellow back deep to receive. Should be able to return this one as Merritt kicking into a pretty strong wind. They'll squib it down the field, be taken by one of the upbacks. It's touched and then just brought down by Rock Springs at their own 32-yard line. That was Dylan Christofferson making the grab into the wind. First and 10 for the Tigers at their own 32. They've got 3:20 to work with. Justice Reese remains quarterback. He's been the only quarterback. Handed off right up the gut. That is Coleman Welsh back in the game as he gets it just across the 35-yard line. 3 yards for Coleman Welsh. He had his left shoulder heavily wrapped as he had the bulk of the carries on that first drive for Rock Springs. Second down and 7 for the Tigers at their own 35-yard line. T-Birds with that 4-man front. They are showing a blitz. Welsh takes the handoff again, and he is tripped up as he takes the football up to the 38. 3 more yards for Coleman Welsh. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Rock Springs from their own 38. They've got to get up to the east or the 42-yard line. Welsh going to come out of the game. Favor O'Keer back in. Lewis Atkinson also behind Justice Reese. O'Keer in motion in the backfield. Handed off to O'Keer. Tried to bounce it out to the outside, and he is going to be really close to that first down. I think he's going to be just short. 3 yards for O'Keer. And I think he's just going to be a little bit shy of that first down, but Rock Springs is going to go for this as it's 4th and a yard, a little bit less than a yard, under 2 minutes to play in the first half. Coleman Welsh back in the game. Rock Springs leading 8-7. So you've got Atkinson in the backfield, Welsh as a wing. They're going to hand it off to Welsh. He's got a big hole on the right side. He breaks the tackle. Now he's going to move up the field before he's knocked out of bounds at the East 48-yard line. That is a gain for Welsh of 11 yards and a first down. So big gain for Coleman Welsh. Clock stops. 1:29 left to play until halftime. And a 1-point lead for Rock Springs. Justice Reese under center. Those backs move off to his left. It's Welsh again in motion. Inside handoff to Atkinson. He's across the 45 down to the 41-yard line of the Thunderbirds. 7 yards for Lewis Atkinson on his 3rd carry of the evening. Second down and 3 from the T-Bird 41. 1:10 left to play in the second quarter. Got a wind at their back, although it is beginning to die down. Atkinson now man in motion is O'Keer. They're going to drop back to pass. Reese looking down the middle of the field. Got a man down there. It's underthrown, and it is picked off. Picked off by Cole Michaeli of the Thunderbirds. So the first pass of the game for Rock Springs and Justice Reese is intercepted back at the 12-yard line, but Cole Michaeli with the pick. And we'll see what East can do with all 3 of its timeouts left. And they've got 53 seconds to work with. Doubt they'll try and get too cute. East will get the football to start the third quarter. But the pick at the 12-yard line for the Thunderbirds. Rock Springs has 1 timeout remaining. East has 3. Here comes Graydon Buell and the Thunderbird offense. Riley Cooper might be their running back. 2 wide receivers to each side for Buell. Buell makes the handoff to Cooper. Buell now will tuck it under and run. Buell across the 15. Buell slides down at the 21-yard line, so a pickup of 9 for Graydon Buell on the quarterback keeper. Clock at 40 seconds. And East is going to hustle up to the line. Now at 35, second down and a yard from their own 21. Now down to 30 seconds for the Thunderbirds. Trips to that right side. Now down to 25 seconds. Fake the handoff. Buell looking deep. Now we'll just flare one out. It is caught. Flag is down, and it'll be a first down to the 23. We'll check out what the flag is about as the clock stops with 16 seconds to play in the half. Yeah, it's going to go against the Thunderbirds, so you can wipe that play away. Holding on East. So pushing back 10 yards. Flag's at the 21, right between the 20 and 21.
Holding. 10-yard penalty. Second down.
So it stays second down, and I doubt the Thunderbirds will do much now with just 16 seconds left. Ball right back at the 11-yard line, so it'll be second down and 11. They're just going to hand it off right up the middle to Riley Cooper, I believe, for 3 yards. And that'll be the final play of the first half. So Riley Cooper, his first carry of the night, and that'll take us to halftime. Very fast-moving first half here at Tiger Stadium as East leading Rock Springs leading East by a score of 8-7 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a timeout and come back with our halftime show following these messages. You're listening to the KFBC Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Whew. I ain't doing nothing. Holy cow. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, let's hear it for the band.
Boo. 109, 126, 138, 141, 147. You know this can't last.
It's gonna be a long season.
Overtime?
Maybe. I think there'll be more penalties called up.
More penalties? I hope you're wrong.
Now is your band ready?
Oh, yeah?
You may take the bill for your halftime performance.
I gotta get my Reese's peanut butter cups out.
I got Oreo candy bars on my back.
All right, thanks, man. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium at the half. Rock Springs leading number 3 East 8-7, but I mean, it has been fast moving. It has been not a lot of possessions, a lot of running plays. Rock Springs has attempted one pass that was intercepted right before the half. East scoring, that last possession was their 3rd possession, but it really didn't amount to anything as they just ran the clock out. Really just 2 possessions for the Thunderbirds, 3 for Rock Springs, and 1 touchdown for each team. East has been a definitely more balanced team, but Rock Springs is doing what they want to do, taking the time off the clock. They want to limit the possessions for the Thunderbirds, who like to move up and down the field and want to go fast. They want to keep that offense off the field, and they've done a good job of that. Rock Springs leading the Thunderbirds by a score of 8-7 here at the half up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have your first half stats following these messages. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium. Keith Kelly here with you. It is at half. East trailing Rock Springs 8-7. The difference, a 2-point conversion on Rock Springs' score. First half stats brought to you by the Gill Window Company. For Rock Springs, they have 147 yards on the ground, led by Coleman Welsh, 11 carries for 56 yards unofficially. Favor O'Keer has 9 totes of the football for 53 yards and a touchdown, a 10-yard run. He also has a 2-point conversion. Landon Toth, 5 carries, 17 yards. Lewis Atkinson, 3 for 12 yards. Brendan Jasmine, 2 carries, 3 yards. And Blaine Richards, 2 carries for 6 yards. Passing, Justice Reese, 0 for 1 with an interception, 147 yards of total offense for the Tigers. 3 penalties for 15 yards. For East, rushing just 33 yards on the ground, led by Christian Anderton, 6 carries for 18 yards. Graydon Buell has 2 carries for 12 yards, and Riley Cooper 1 for 3. Buell through the air is 5 of 9 for 45 yards and a 6-yard touchdown. That was to Chance Allmiller. He has 1 catch for 6 yards. Robert Lukow 1 for 2 yards. Tanner Muchmore 2 catches for 29 yards, and Landon Eldridge 1 for 12 yards. 3 penalties, 25 yards for the Thunderbirds in that first half. Cole Michaeli with an interception as well. We'll take a timeout, come back with scores from around the state of Wyoming after this. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.
The Tiger Marching Band would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration of Rock Springs High School and Sweetwater County School District number 1 for the continued support of music in our schools. The Tiger Marching Band is pleased to have partnered with the Tyler Robinson Foundation, Imagine Dragons charity organization dedicated to strengthening families emotionally and financially as they cope with pediatric cancer, and is proud to have raised over $2,000 in support of children and families dealing with cancer. The Tiger Marching Band is looking forward to continuing their support their efforts throughout the school year. Let's hear it one more time for the band. Next up for halftime entertainment, the Tiger Rhythm Dance Team, coaches Laura Doak, Amber Cerna, captains Breezy Mathis, Hannah Spicer, co-captains Alexa Fuja, Gracie Cohen, team members Abby Bledsoe, Megan Borders, Alyssa Klingensmith, Brianna Livey, Madeline Bearheit, Maya Bearheit, Yadi Vincenzio, Riley Kendall, Megan Levitt, Jordan Petty, Thomas Sampley, Bella Spicer, Brianna Stauffer, Alex Bolton, Dakota Wirtz. We would like to thank our sponsors, State Bank, Copier and Supply, and Justin Spicer, Edward Jones Investment.
Wow.
Next up, the Tiger fans, it's now time for the Western Wyoming Beverage Can Race, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages, your locally owned and operated beverage and Pepsi Cola provider. The cans will race to the 50-yard line and back to the end zone. The first can wins. And the other than that, the rule is there are no rules. You can push, you can shove, you can trip, you can't, you can, or you
Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium here in Rock Springs. The Tigers leading the Thunderbirds 8-7 at the half on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Let's look at scores from around the state of Wyoming in Class 4A. Number 1, Natrona and Central about ready to kick things off up at Cheney Alumni Field for the 105th meeting between those two schools. Number 2, Thunder Basin in a tussle with Kelly Walsh at Harry Geldine Stadium. It's 10-7. bolts on top in the second quarter. 5th-ranked Laramie and Sheridan locked up in a good one. It's Sheridan leading Laramie 7-3 in the second quarter. South on top of Campbell County 14-6. That game in the second quarter as well. In Class 3A, number 3 Cody on top of 2nd-ranked Star Valley in the third quarter, 16-14. It's number 4 Jackson beating Evanston, 5th-ranked Evanston, 21-14. That game in the second quarter. In 2A, a final, number 1 Buffalo beat Big Piney 28-0. Number 3 Mountain View shut out Kimmer 42-0. There in the second quarter, 4th-ranked Wheatland shutting out Moorcroft 20-0. A final, 5th-ranked Grable beat Lyman 25-12. And in the third quarter, Burns beating up on Newcastle 33-0. In Class 1A, number 1 Bighorn shutting out Lusk big time in the second quarter. It is 42-0. Number 4 Pine Bluffs on the road at 3rd ranked Upton Sundance, and the Hornets getting blown out in the third quarter, 28-0. About to lose for the 3rd straight game. They're the first, 5th-ranked Wright at Yoder Dame and Southeast, no score. Final, Rocky Mountain edged Wind River late, 13-12. And in 6-man action, it is number 1 Farson Eden. They beat Burlington in a wild one, 47-41. Number 3 Matitsi down DuBois 82-20. Those are some scores from around the state of Wyoming to pass along to you. We'll keep you up to date with those local games as well as we get finals. Our halftime score is 8-7. Rock Springs leading East at the break on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 2-minute break, 2 minutes back at the station. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Back here at Tiger Stadium in Rock Springs, Keith Kelly with you as we are about ready to start quarter number 3 with the Tigers leading the Thunderbirds by a score of 8-7 up on that Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Beautiful night here in Rock Springs. Wind has died down some, although, picking up just a bit now. And thought maybe for a second switching directions, but it is just a little breezy. 48 degrees here in Rock Springs. Had a relatively warm day. Was told they had a couple inches of snow recently, but it all blew away. East will get the football to start the second half. So the Thunderbirds will go right into the wind, which means they will have the wind at their backs in the fourth quarter. On to kick for the Tigers is Colin Madsen, as he will have it teed up. Back deep to receive Oxschroeder and Robert Lukow. And we are underway here in the third quarter. That kick will take Lukow into the end zone for a touchback, and it will be 1st and 10 Thunderbirds from their own 20-yard line as we are underway here in quarter number 3. Saw East having a little success offensively towards the end of the second quarter. They didn't get the football, though, until late. They went 3 and out on their first possession, then drove 66 yards for a touchdown on their next possession. East averages 33 points a game. They are well behind that. They will try and get the offense going here with Graydon Buell. Riley Cooper to his left, now his right, as Buell will stay in the shotgun. Buell fake the handoff, and he will keep it himself off the right side. Buell cuts it back, and he crosses the 25 down to the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. So 8 yards for Graydon Buell as he gets up, and the Thunderbirds will get going. We haven't seen Graydon Buell use the run much. He's a very capable runner. Ball on the right hash. 2nd and 2 from their own 28. 2 wide to the right side. 1 way out here to the left. Shotgun for Buell. Buell looking right side. It is caught, and Cole Michaeli makes the grab out of bounds at the 35-yard line to pick up a 7. A flag coming in late. I don't know. Right in front of the official, Chance Allmiller pleading his case. And we'll get the call, but it's going against the Thunderbirds. I didn't see anything, but that doesn't mean that wasn't there. So instead of a first down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down. So a false start on the Thunderbirds right in front of the official. Wasn't even close to the play. He was 50 yards away from the play. So 2nd down and 8 after the penalty. Check that, 2nd down and 7. Landon Eldridge in motion from left to right. Buell hands it off. Cooper cuts it back. Nice cutback by Riley Cooper. Stretches the ball out. He was definitely down. After the 6-yard gain, Cooper up to the 29-yard line. 3rd and a yard for the Thunderbirds as they quickly come up to the line of scrimmage. Michaeli, the lone receiver, out to the right side. 2 receivers to the left. Eldridge as kind of an H-back on the left side. Give it to Cooper. Cooper will have the first down as he squirts through the hole, and he'll get 6 yards up to the 35. And that'll be a first down for the Thunderbirds. 1st and 10 East at their own 35-yard line. Fake the handoff. Buell looking deep down the far side of the field. Got him in there. It is caught by Cole Michaeli as he's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. That is a gain from the 34 of the Thunderbirds to the 43 of 23 yards for East. Cole Michaeli with the grab, and East quickly up to the line of scrimmage. Clock stopped, 10:39 to play, third quarter. East looking to regain the lead, take the lead. Riley Cooper takes the handoff for a yard from the 43 to the 42. That is it. 2nd down and 9 coming up for the Thunderbirds. Muchmore and Merritt to the left, 1 receiver out to the right. That is Michaeli. Cooper stays in there, running back. Buell in the shotgun. Hand it off to Cooper. Nope. Buell going to pass it off. Merritt is wide open at the 40, and then he trips over the 40-yard line. And that is just a short gain of 3 to Dakota Merritt on the pass. That's unfortunate because he had a lot of room to run. Dakota Merritt's first grab of the night. And it'll be 3rd and 6 at the Rock Springs 39-yard line. Cooper fakes a handoff, Rolling out Buell. Slide step, looks far side, and the pass goes through the hands of Muchmore. And it'll bring up 4th down for the Thunderbirds, and out comes the punting unit. Dakota Merritt on to kick. He is standing on his side of midfield. Rock Springs doesn't send anybody back. As Merritt will kick into the breeze. O'Keefe is the deepest one, and it is a fake. Anderton takes the snap. Anderton will have the first down across the 30, down to the 29-yard line. The Thunderbirds execute the fake and get 10 yards on 4th and 6, and the drive continues. So Rock Springs wasn't going to send anybody back, but they were still caught off guard by the fake. 1st and 10 T-Birds at the Rock Springs 29 is Christian Anderton with the run. Clock running as we approach 9:10 left to play. And Riley Cooper cuts it back to the right side. Cooper to the 25. Cooper runs over a Rock Springs defender down to the 21-yard line. Riley Cooper for 8, close to 9 yards on first down. So Riley Cooper running hard. 2nd down and a yard. Officially 2 yards to go. A very short 2. So we are under 9 minutes to play. Cooper, nope. Buell gonna keep it off the left side. First down, he'll slide down at the 15, the 14-yard line where they're gonna mark him down. 7 yards for Graydon Buell. And a first down. As the T-Birds rolling right now down the field after that fake punt. Looking to take the lead for the first time in this one. Riley Cooper, I don't know. Riley Cooper is vomiting out on the field. He is not feeling well. I don't know what's going on, but yeah. East is going to have to, I don't know if it's an official's timeout or it's a timeout. Rock Springs with 8:32 to play in this 3rd quarter. Tigers lead 8-7. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Yee. That was gross. Welcome back, everybody, to Tiger Stadium, and Riley Cooper is out of the game, and Christian Anderton will come in. Riley Cooper, and I didn't want to be too graphic, but Riley Cooper was getting sick a couple of different times as he was lined up. He took a big shot, and then consensus is here, maybe he took a shot to the head. Anderton will take the handoff and find a little bit of a crease and get it beyond the 10-yard line up to the 9. 5 yards for Christian Anderton on his carry.
Carry by Anderton.
Inside the 10, it'll be 2nd down.
I think 2nd and 4 at the 8-yard line.
5 at the 9. Riley Cooper back in the game, though. So he must have maybe just been a little upset at his stomach. And Cooper will take the handoff right up the middle, and not a lot there for Cooper.
Cooper on the carry.
Maybe a yard, bringing up 3rd down for the Thunderbirds. 3rd and 4.
Maybe a loss a little bit. It'll be 3rd and 4.
As Cooper looks to the sideline, Michael I split out wide to the right. 2 receivers to the left side, Lukau and Miller. Cooper to the right of Buell. 7.5 minutes to play. East trailing 8-7. Fake the handoff. Buell going to keep it himself, and there's just not a lot of room for Graydon Buell. Just a yard for Buell. That is it. He's going to be short of the first down.
Pick up a yard. They'll make it 4th.
Fourth down coming up for the Thunderbirds. It's been a lengthy drive here for East. Can they finish it off? 4th and 4. 4th and 3. And East looks like they're going to spend a timeout with 6:58 left to play in the third quarter. Rock Springs 8, East 7 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We will take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Oh, crud, we're coming back. Back here at Tiger Stadium, now a field goal attempt. Dakota Merritt on, and it slides right through the upright. That is a 24-yard field goal for Dakota Merritt that gives East the lead with 6:54 left to play in this third quarter. It's East 10, Rock Springs 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. You're listening to high school football, the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. We'll take a 30-second break. Back after this. East has taken the lead for the first time here in the third quarter. About midway through, it is 10-8. Thunderbirds with the lead up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. They will be kicking off deep to Longfellow, Damon Longfellow, and Favor O'Keer. Dakota Merritt, last time he was kicking into the wind, squibbed it down the field, and it was taken by one of the upbacks for Rock Springs, and they'll do the same thing. It'll be taken right near the 30-yard line. Well, now they'll just have to pounce on it. Not sure who does on the far side of the field for Rock Springs, but they fall on the football. And it's back at their own 23-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Tigers. Natrona County has taken the lead on Central early on in that one. The top-ranked Mustangs leading 7-0 at Cheney Alumni Field. So Rock Springs has it. 1st and 10. Here come the Tigers. Handed off to Atkinson, and boy, that T-Bird defense gobbled him up. Just a yard for Lewis Atkinson to the 24. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers. They come up to the line of scrimmage. Welsh off to the left. Justice Reese has gone the distance. Atkinson in the backfield. Welsh in motion, handed to Coleman Welsh. Welsh tried to bounce it out to the outside, and he has dropped. The ball comes out, and it is picked up by the Thunderbirds. That is going to be taken back. Robert Lukow will go into the end zone for the touchdown. The ball came out, picked up by East, and Robert Lukow went 25 yards for the touchdown. A defensive score for the Thunderbirds. After Welsh picked up just a few yards on his carry, he fumbled the football, and Robert Lukow went 25 yards for the defensive score. Scoop and score for Robert Lukow. And it is 16-8. And here comes the extra point for the Thunderbirds. Dakota Merritt on to kick. The hold by Graydon Buell. It is up, and it is through. And with 6:04 left to play in the third quarter, it is now East 17, Rock Springs 8 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. So a big swing here at Tiger Stadium as East has scored the first 10 points of the third quarter and taken a 17-8 lead on Rock Springs. The latest, a fumble return, recovery for a touchdown by Robert Lukow. Second forced turnover of the game by the Thunderbirds as he took it to the house, 25 yards. So East leading 17-8. Merritt will squib it again. It's off of one of the Rock Springs players. They'll just have to cover up. Still on the ground now, taken by, I think that's Landon Toth. And he'll get it across the 35, close to the 38-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Tigers.
For the Tigers right there. Just under 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Rock Springs has the football. O'Keer in the backfield. He's in motion. Inside handoff. It goes to Atkinson. And he crosses the 40 up near the 41. Just a couple yards. That is it for Lewis Atkinson.
About 40-yard line.
Just inside the 40-yard line. East defense trying to stiffen up here against this Rock Springs run that took them for 147 yards in the first half. 2nd down and 8 at the 40. This time it's Jasmine in motion. He will take the straight up handoff and get up to the 45-yard line. Brendan Jasmine for 5. 3rd and 3 for the Tigers. Ball at their own 45-yard line. Well, Rock Springs will go for it regardless, as we are under 5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Have to get up to the 48. Play clock winding down. Justice Reese under center. Toth in motion. He'll take the handoff left side, and he's going to be stopped short as he picks up a yard, maybe 2, to the 47 for Landon Toth. Bring up a 4th and 1. It is a lengthy yard for them to go. But Rock Springs will definitely go East, looking to get off the football field here and tack on to their lead possibly. Toth off to the left side. Atkinson behind Justice Reese. Toth is in motion. They'll hand it off to Toth, right side. He'll have the first down at midfield, runs over a T-Bird, and then gets up to the 46. The ball came out again. Are they going to say he was down? We haven't seen anything, and it will be East football. The Thunderbirds come up with the football, and that is, with the recovery, Lucas Mizell. Either Lucas Mizell or Zach Higgins. And it will be East football on another turnover. Toth had the first down as he picked up a big gain, but fumbled the football. So Landon Toth, credit for a big gain for him, but fumbles again. So 1st and 10 Thunderbirds at their own 47-yard line. 4:03 left to play in the third quarter. They lead 17-8. Shotgun for Buell. Fake the handoff. Buell, little RPO, will flare one out. It's caught by Merritt at midfield. Merritt at the 45-40. Merritt on his horse at the 30. Dakota Merritt will be tackled inside right around the 20-yard line. So that is a gain. He's out of bounds at the 43, or the 23-yard line. Gain of 30 yards to Dakota Merritt on a quick RPO, his second catch of the night. Out of bounds at the 23. 30-yard pickup, 1st and 10, T-Birds. Handed off to Cooper right up the middle. Cooper's got a big hole. Cooper inside the 15-yard line. He's up near another first down. Mark him down at the 14. It is a gain of 9 yards for Riley Cooper. 2nd down and a yard for the Thunderbirds, as the offense is really beginning to pick things up, and a flag comes in. Sideline warning or on the Thunderbirds. So that's just a warning. East football players going way back behind there now. Overdoing it just a touch. 2nd down and a yard at the 14 for the Thunderbirds. Landon Eldridge as an H-back on the right side. 2 receivers to the right side. Handed off to Cooper. Cooper right side. Cooper 5. Cooper into the end zone for a touchdown. Riley Cooper from 14 yards out with the score, and it is now 23-8. T-Birds with the big lead here in the 3rd quarter. Riley Cooper, 14 yards, his 4th rushing touchdown of the season. And Dakota Merritt will be on to kick the extra point for the Thunderbirds. Hold by Graydon Buell is down. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:18 left to play in this 3rd quarter, East now leading Rock Springs 24-8 up on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. (24-8). East has scored 17 points here in the 3rd quarter, taking advantage of 2 Rock Springs fumbles to increase their lead. It's 24-8 with 3:18 left to play. The last, a 14-yard touchdown run by Riley Cooper, his 4th score of the season on the ground. Update from Casper. Central trailing Natrona late in the 1st quarter, now 14-0. Dakota Merritt's got it teed up. Most likely looking at a squib kick again into a wind. It is a squib that is going to take a big bounce, be fielded at the 32-yard line, and just kind of dancing around. Not much of a return up to the 37-yard line for the Tigers. Looks like that was Avery O'Brien with the return for Rock Springs.
O'Brien with the return. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line for the Tigers.
3:14 left to go here in this 3rd quarter, and East has taken control of the football game. Up 24-8. Justice Reese under center. Jasmine in motion. He'll take the handoff straight up ahead. He'll have a good gain across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Gain of 6 yards for Brendan Jasmine. Up to the 44. So it'll be 2nd down and 4. 2nd down and 4 for the Tigers. late here in this third quarter. Justice Reese under center. Man in motion, pitch it back. That is Jasmine again, and he's across the 45 up to the 47, right near the first down. Actually, it looks like he'll give him the 48, 5 yards, excuse me, for Brendan Jasmine. And a first down. So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. Clock winding down, 2:15 to play in the third quarter. Tigers need to find their way to the end zone. Favor O'Keefe will take the handoff right up the middle. Tries to bounce it out to the right side. He has stood up and pushed back. Ox Schroeder finishing him off. Taking Freeman, had him wrapped up. A yard for Favor O'Keefe. 2nd down and 9 to go for the Tigers. Just shy of midfield. Blaine Richards out of the game for Rock Springs as they come up to the line. Justice Reese. Lewis Atkinson behind him. Jasmine in motion. Jasmine takes the handoff straight ahead, and he'll cross midfield to the 47 of the East Thunderbirds. A gain of 4 for Brendan Jasmine.
Alexander with the tackle.
Zach Alexander with the stop for the Thunderbirds. 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 5 for Rock Springs at the East 47-yard line. Justice Reese up to the line. O'Keefe in motion to the backfield. He'll take the handoff right up the gut. He'll have the first down right at the 42, then driven back. They'll give him the 41-yard line. So that is a gain of 6 yards for Favor O'Keefe on 3rd and 5. And a first down for Rock Springs. 53 seconds as the clock stops while they move the chains. East up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. 24-8. Justice Reese under center. O'Keefe. Inside handoff, it goes to Atkinson across the 40. He is flipped over by Robert Lukout, the 35-yard line. 6 more yards for Favor O'Keefe. And that could be the final play of this third quarter. See if the Tigers choose to run another play. With 15 seconds, they come up to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and 4 at the 35. A little bit of pace to this drive. O'Keefe takes the handoff again. Up the gut, O'Keefe will have the first down as he gets to the 30-yard line. Clock will stop with 4 seconds left. And that will be the final play of this third quarter as O'Keefe goes for 5 yards. And we are headed to the fourth quarter. East 24, Rock Springs 8 on the Terrelato Center scoreboard. We will take a 60-second timeout. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. Man, they're coming back quick from break. So 1st and 10, taking the handoff right up the gut. I believe it was Brendan Jasmine as he crosses the 30 up to the 28. Just a couple yards for Brendan Jasmine. We are underway here in the fourth quarter. East leading 24-8 up on the Terrelato Center scoreboard as we start the fourth quarter. Update from Natrona. Central on the board. It is 14-7. Mustangs leading the Indians up at Cheney Alumni Field. 24-8 our score, 2nd and 8. Handed off to O'Keer. O'Keer leaps and is just drilled and pushed back by Zach Valerio as he jumps up to the 27.
Think of about 3 yards.
26, couple yards for O'Keer, that's it.
3rd and 6.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 for the Tigers. At the 26-yard line. They've got to hustle, have a little bit of urgency. They're down 2 scores. O'Keer in motion on 3rd and 6. He'll take the handoff, cut it back up a little bit. He's across the 25, pushing forward to the 22. Gain of 4 for O'Keer. He'll be about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
Make it 4th and 2 for the Tigers.
4th down for Rock Springs and 2 yards to go at the 22 of East. Justice Reese up to the line. Lewis Atkinson behind him. Jasmine and O'Keer are the wingbacks. O'Keer takes the handoff on 4th and 2. Did he get there? And I think that last effort may have got him the 1st down. He is right on the 20-yard line.
Jasmine.
And we might have to have a measurement here.
It'll be 1st down for.
They're going to give him the 1st down. Just that easy. All right. Thought maybe they'd have to measure, but it is going to be a 1st down for Rock Springs. Try and get you up to date on some other scores around the state. Thunder Basin and Kelly Walsh are tied at 10. Sheridan still leads Laramie 7-3. Both those games in the 3rd quarter. Taking the pitch, it's Jasmine. Jasmine pushes forward to the 17. 3 yards for Brendan Jasmine.
That'll make it 2nd and.
That Thunder Basin score is key because if East can win this one and Thunder Basin maybe loses, East wins out, they would be the #1 seed overall in the 4A playoffs. Still a long way to go though, if everything hangs the way it does. 9:20 left to play in this one. Rock Springs down 24-8, but they are driving. O'Keer in motion and Tigers jumping off the line a little too soon. Oh, wow. They're going to say it was offsides on East.
It's going to be offsides.
Okay. Sure looked like the Tigers jumped first. That 5-yard penalty will push it up to the 12-yard line where it will be 2nd down and 2 for Rock Springs. As Jasmine brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Clock winding down. O'Keer, inside handoff to Atkinson. Atkinson inside the 10. Atkinson
with the handoff.
Close to the 7. It'll be a 1st down after a 5-yard pickup by Lewis Atkinson.
For the Tigers.
And 1st and goal for Rock Springs at the 7-yard line. Clock running. Tigers need a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. O'Keer cuts it back. He is drilled right at the 5-yard line. 2 yards for Favor O'Keer on his 16th carry of the night. Second and goal at the 5 for Rock Springs, and the clock is not their friend right now because it is winding down, approaching 8 minutes to go in this one. Jasmine in motion in the backfield. He'll take the handoff and he will be short of the goal line. Brendan Jasmine up to the 2. Jasmine for 3 yards. 3rd and goal, and East is okay with this. They see that clock winding down. 3rd and goal from the 2 for the Tigers. They have 2 downs to pick up 2 yards. East knows what's coming. Jasmine and O'Keefe, the wingbacks. And they're going to go up the middle with Atkinson, and he is going to be short of the goal line. Lewis Atkinson, just a yard.
Make it 4th and goal at about the
And it'll be 4th and goal at the 1-yard line for the Tigers. Clock continuing to run, 7:15 left to go in this one. Again, 24-8. T-Birds trying to get a goal line stand right here. Justice Reese brings the play from the sideline. 7 minutes to go. Reese under center. Man in motion is O'Keefe. Give it to O'Keefe, and I don't think so. O'Keefe stood up, and the Thunderbirds push him back. That is a goal line stand for East, and they will have the football to shadow their own goalpost, but they stuff Favor O'Keefe on 4th and goal from the 1. No gain for O'Keefe, and the Thunderbirds take over at their own 1-yard line. What a stand by that East defense, and they have pitched a shutout so far here in the second half, keeping Rock Springs out of that end zone. The possession will switch sides. 6:47 left to go in this one, 24-8. East leading Rock Springs on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. Central trailing Natrona now early second quarter, just 21-7. Over at South, 21-9, the Bison leading Campbell County. Greta Buell will be up under center on 1st and 10 from the 1-yard line for the Thunderbirds. Buell will keep it himself. Oh boy, he is hit hard. Greta Buell gets up quickly, but he got leveled after a 2-yard pickup. That was Ross Brown with the big hit.
Ross Brown.
2-yard pickup for Buell. 2nd down and 8. And officials timeout. Clock will wind. Buell up under center, ball at their own 3-yard line for the Thunderbirds. Trying to get a little bit more room. We'll hand it off left side. Big hole on the left side. It just tripped up is Riley Cooper as he takes it up to the 10-yard line. 7-yard pickup for Riley Cooper.
Number 7, Chase Petty.
Chase Petty with the stop. Riley Cooper's had himself a nice evening running the football. His 9th carry, he's got 55 yards. It'll be 3rd and a yard for East at their own 10. Trying to work this clock as much as they can. 5.5 minutes remaining. They've got a 2-score lead, 24-8. Under center is Buell. First man through, it'll be a 1st down and up to the 16-yard line is going to be Zach Alexander with the carry for 6 yards.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
As he gets up to the 16, and a 6-yard gain for Zach Alexander, playing some fullback, getting a carry. And East can take more time off the clock as they've got it. 1st and 10. Now they'll get back to their normal offense. Shotgun with Cooper to the right. They'll pitch it out to Cooper. Cooper to the edge, cuts it back up. He's got a big hole at the 20, 25, almost to the 30-yard line. Riley Cooper coming right at you. Big gain for Riley Cooper from the 16 up to the 29-yard line. 13 yards for Riley Cooper. And the official pointing at one of the Thunderbirds and giving him a bit of a tongue lashing. But a 13-yard pickup nonetheless for Cooper. And another 1st down for the Thunderbirds. 4:40 to play in this one. East leading 24-8. This drive started at their own 1. After a goal line stand, Landon Eldridge from left to right. Cooper to the left of Buell. 2 wide receivers to that left side. Handed off to Cooper again. A little bit of a crease as he crosses the 30 up to the 31. Just 2, and then flags coming. We got pushing and shoving.
We have a couple flags on the play.
And these two teams, it has gotten chippy down near the end of this game. And now another flag comes in. So I don't know if there are any flags left for their officials to throw. It has definitely gotten chippy late in the game. I'm sure we're going to have unsportsmanlike conducts on multiple players. I mean, it was Great and Buell that was trying to separate everybody for East. No, I'm not going to speculate. I didn't see any punches or anything like that thrown. There was a lot of pushing and shoving. But we will see what's going on here with all the penalties. Get you up to date with some of the scores going around. As we mentioned, Detrona leading Central 21-7. Thunder Basin and Kelly Walsh still tied at 10. Sheridan has jumped out to a 14-3 lead on Laramie. South leading Campbell County 21-9. So here's the White Hat with the call. Personal foul on East. So that'll bring it back to the 16. Another personal foul on East. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. And an unsportsmanlike on East. So 3 personal fouls on East. Huh. With all that pushing and shoving, apparently Rock Springs, and I know I'm in the Rock Springs booth, but apparently they didn't do anything. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Burns leading Newcastle, it's 40-8 in the 3rd quarter. Pine Bluffs trailing Upton Sundance 35-7. So this ball is going to go all the way back to the, where are they eventually gonna spot it? At the 8?
Super long.
So ball is back at the 8. That was 21 yards in penalties, technically, with all the half the distance and all that. So 21 yards. 2nd and 31. Buell will keep it off the left side, and he will run it himself across the 20, and he will slide down. See where they'll mark him down at the 23. So that is a gain of 15 yards for Graydon Buell. He's got 45 yards rushing. 2nd down and 16 for the Thunderbirds. Clock running at 3:39. It's stopped now, 3:39. Now we have another stoppage. Down marker says 2nd down. The scoreboard says 3rd. That's what I thought. Yeah, it should be 3rd down and 16 to go for. That was a post. That was a dead ball. All those penalties were dead ball penalties. Handed off to Cooper. Stutter step, and he'll pop forward for a couple. That is it.
Number 54, Random Gresham.
3 yards actually for Riley Cooper. It'll be 4th down
Bring up 4th and 13
for the Thunderbirds, and they will punt the football away. Clock will stop for some reason. Did somebody call timeout? Clock is stopped. Officials timeout, and they're going to talk things over about what down it is. So they won't punt it. It is going to be 3rd down. So there was a difference on the down marker before. It's the down marker right now says 3rd down, and so it'd be 3rd and 13 for East. The scoreboard says 4th down. I think everybody assumed that those 3 personal foul penalties that were on East were all post-possession and dead ball penalties. So it is 3rd down. So 3rd and 13, the clock will wind. Maybe. They had the clock winding, but that's all right. Pitch it out to Anderton, and Anderton is tripped up right at the 30-yard line. So Anderton gets 4 yards on his carry. And now it'll be 4th down.
It'll be 4th and 9.
So the Thunderbirds will punt the football away. Back deep to receive is Lee Favor O'Keer. As we approach 2.5 minutes left to go in the football game, East up 24-8. Well, Rock Springs is not a big play team, but they're going to need big plays and in a hurry to come away with any chance here. We're down to 2:20. Good snap to Dakota Merritt, and now we've got whistles. Was this delay of game now on the Thunderbirds? Well, that is like their 9th penalty now for the Thunderbirds as they tried to time that snap. Ball goes back to the 24-yard line. So Dakota Merritt will kick it again. It was a long end over end kick right at O'Keer, who's standing just inside his own 30-yard line. Good snap. Low line drive that's going to hit around midfield and take an east bounce and go away from O'Keer, who picks it up finally at the 20-yard line. He breaks through one tackle, then he's driven down at the 30. As it's 1st and 10, Rock Springs. They've got 2:05 left to play in this game, and they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line. Rock Springs trailing 24-8 up on the Terrelato Center scoreboard. Justice Reese under center. Favor O'Keer will run in motion, and he stays in bounds. Not a lot there for O'Keer as he gets a yard on the pass play from Justice Reese. Just his 5th reception of the season, but stayed in bounds. 2nd down and 9 for the Tigers as we approach 1:40 to play in this one. Ball at their own 32. O'Keer in motion again. They're going to roll out, looking a little deeper down the field. Now tucking under, running is Justice Reese. He'll get to the 34. 2 yards on the keeper for Justice Reese. 3rd down and 7 for Rock Springs. 1:15 left to play in this one. Actually gave him the 35-yard line, so 3 yards for Justice Reese. 3rd and 6. 1:05 left to go. East up 24-8. Jasmine in motion. They're going to roll Reese out. Pressure from the backside, looking to the middle. It's caught by O'Keer out of bounds. Favor O'Keer at right at midfield. A gain of 15 yards to favor O'Keer. Clock stops with 56 seconds left to play. First and 10, Tigers right at the midfield stripe. Rock Springs comes up to the line of scrimmage. Under center, Reese in motion. O'Keer, they're looking now left side, and the pass is closest to the defensive back for the Thunderbirds, Jackson Hesford. Falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10 for East. 4 seconds come off the clock. 52 seconds left to play. I tell you what, this has been one of the fastest football games. I mean, we are under 2 hours still. We've only got 52 seconds left to go. One of the fastest games I've ever done. 2nd and 10 at midfield. Receiver comes out wide to the left side. First time we've said that tonight for the Tigers. Straight drop back for Reese. Looking for the fade pattern near side. Hesford on the coverage, and oh my goodness. Wow, they throw a flag down. That was excellent coverage by Jackson Hesford, and they're going to call a flag. They're going to throw a flag on the Thunderbirds. I'm sorry. I try to be objective sometimes. That's bogus. That is a terrible call on East. And it's going to give Rock Springs the football at the 35-yard line of the Thunderbirds. That was excellent coverage by Jackson Hesford and Chance Allmiller coming over there. Didn't even put their hands on the receiver. The receiver, by the way, Calvin Jeffries. 21-14, Central hanging around with Natrona. So I'm sure they're going to do the same play again and try and get another pass interference. Yeah, they're going to throw it. Nope, this time they're going to complete it to Jeffries. Hesford trying to keep him in bounds. He loses the football. They'll roll the clock. He's down at the 25, a 10-yard pickup to Jeffries. Clock will stop momentarily. And actually, Rock Springs will take a timeout with 32 seconds left, leaving them with one left. 32 seconds left. Rock Springs and East is 24-8 T-Birds. 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. That was a terrible call. He didn't even put his hands on the receiver, I don't think. So it is 1st and 10 for Rock Springs, ball just inside the 25-yard line, and they put 6 more seconds back on the clock, so 38 seconds left. They only have one timeout left to the Tigers. And taking advantage of some penalties from East. Straight drop back by Reese. Reese looking deep down the sideline to O'Keer, and it is caught in the end zone for a touchdown to favor O'Keer, 25 yards, and the score. So O'Keer, his first receiving touchdown of the season. Rock Springs will go for 2 as the clock stops with 33 seconds left. Trying to make it a one-possession game here, will the Tigers. I go back to that pass interference. That was just absolutely ridiculous. People who listen know I don't complain about the officials much, but that was bad. O'Keer, they fake the handoff. Reese eludes the rush. He's going to try and run for it. Is he in? Is he in? And they're going to say he made it in. Wow. He was outside that pylon, but they're going to say he made it in. The 2-point conversion is good for Justice Reese, and our score now, 24-16 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll have an onside kick when we come back after this 30-second break. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC. What a joke. Back here at Tiger Stadium in Rock Springs, the Tigers will go for the onside kick. Madsen has it teed up. There are 33 seconds left. If East is able to recover this, they're going to hold on and survive here in Rock Springs. The onside kick will be through the first line, but I think that's Dakota Merritt who comes up with it at the 37-yard line, and the Thunderbirds are going to come away with the victory. T-Birds will just kneel down a time or two. We'll see if Rock Springs will use their final timeout. as it's 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Thunderbirds. Outscored Rock Springs 17-8 here in the second half, as there'll be victory formation for the Thunderbirds, who will improve to 7-1 on the season. The Tigers will fall to 3-5 on the year. A kneel down for Graydon Buell, and we'll see if the Tigers decide to. Looks like they're going to let the the clock run out, and that'll do it here. The clock winding down. This is 97.5 FM and AM 1240 KFBC, Cheyenne, Wyoming. Keith Kelly here with you as the clock winding down, and the East Thunderbirds come to Rock Springs and get an impressive win here over the Tigers. Final score in this one: East 24, Rock Springs 16 on the Terrell Auto Center scoreboard. We'll take a timeout, come back with your post-game show following these messages. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.
And work together to keep it clean. Thank you.
No, I will.
5-1 Milwaukee now.
All right. Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to Rock Springs and Tiger Stadium, where the East Thunderbirds improved to 7-1 on the season with a 24-16 win over Rock Springs. Trailed 8-7 at halftime, but outscored Rock Springs 17-0 in that third quarter and held on to win. Rock Springs with a late score to make it close, but the final score: East 24, Rock Springs 16. We'll take a timeout, come back with your final stats after this. You're listening to the Prep Game of the Week here on KFBC.